The clock is ticking for XRP. In the next 48 hours or maybe even 24 hours, XRP will start to rise towards $27.91. This will happen once the Ripple SEC case is over and settled. As a matter of fact, this information is true now that the SEC and Ripple Labs have settled the XRP case. Ripple Labs and the SEC agreed to file a motion together in the Southern District of New York. This motion lifts the injunction against Ripple and releases $120 million, 0 cents, in S-grid penalties. Ripple only needs to pay $50 million, 0 cents, to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, and the rest of the money is sent back to Ripple Labs. This is a big win for both Ripple Labs and its team. Of course, this is just the beginning. The U.S. recently released a new document that the Trump administration had made clear references to and emphasized. This document also paved the way for XRP's value to continue to rise. To do this, they make it clear that banks and other financial institutions can use XRP without any problems, and soon they will also be able to use RLUSD, the stablecoin built on the XRP ledger, without any problems either. This lets it literally rise. A huge amount of people want it, flowing into XRP in the accepted record, and the price went up a huge amount because there wasn't much of it available. The President of the United States, Donald Trump, even said on live TV that he wants crypto, especially cryptocurrencies like XRP. These are important because China will take the lead if we don't. I'll play the clip for those of you who are paying close attention. Now is the time to buy stock. This country is going to be like a rocket ship that goes straight up. There will be numbers here that no one has ever seen before. That is a very important part of everything. We'll get that if you don't, and the Democrats are only fighting it because they want to. They suffer from Trump derangement syndrome. They wouldn't fight if it were someone else. Even if there was a stiff person sitting behind you, they'd be fine. However, they suffer from Trump insanity syndrome. I don't know if they're going to give Senator Schumer the event or give him something else. The Democrats have been hurt very badly, so a very, very important part of everything we're doing, not related to today, but related in the sense that we'll do even more business with the UK. If that goes through, we'll have a lot. It's not right now, while we're talking about XRP, someone is going to make money. This is about how much XRP could be worth, which could be hundreds or even thousands of dollars. But the best way to do this is to get free XRP. Because of this, we teamed up with Uphold to give free XRP to everyone who watches this movie. To join, simply enter. All you have to do is like, write, and subscribe. Also, you need to use the link in the description to sign up for Uphold and make a purchase. It could be 1 penny, $1, or $10. But this is your great chance to get XRP for free. It only takes 5 minutes and there's no cost at all. I'd also like to talk about a new project. RealFi is adding to the XRP ledger by tokenizing more than 65 quadrillion, $439 trillion, 0 cents USD. Once it's live, reports say that each XRP will be worth $144.81. This is how much XRP can cost. In fact, RealFi has finished the first part of its plan to tokenize $654 trillion, $390 billion, 0 cents on the XRP system. To celebrate this huge achievement, they are giving away XRP. Plus, it's really simple to get in. Follow them on Twitter @/X, tweet with RealFiXRP, and tag the RealFi team. And like and repeat this post. I've already done it, but now is your chance to make a huge amount of money, a huge amount of XRP for free without paying a dime. Follow the RealFi team on X and Twitter, and don't forget to share and retweet this. This is huge for XRP and the RealFi tokenization project, which is built on the XRP system and is adding millions of new users every day. Let's talk about RealFi for a while. RealFi is meant to be the world's best real estate platform built entirely on the XRP blockchain. RealFi is having strategic talks with a number of institutions to make it easier for XRP and the new Real token to be used in the future. RealFi is powered by Real and built on the XRP ledger. It will use the speed, scalability, and low cost of the XRP ledger to provide a universal, quick, and easy payment system for the global renting and real estate market. Real is the next generation of digital assets that were created to make property transactions easier all over the world. It will allow for trustless and quick payments connected to property. RealFi wants to bring the world's real estate market, which is worth about $650 billion, $390 billion, 0 cents, into the blockchain environment. They want to be the first company to tokenize real estate on the XRP ledger. RealFi has grown so big that when it was announced that it would put up more than 250 million XRP, which is worth more than $500 million, 0 cents, the price didn't change. There was no thrill, no pump, and no whip. This is the idea we're seeing. It's true that billions of dollars worth of XRP being bought, but there's a reason for that. And while XRP's price might not reflect the huge increase in volume right now, this huge whale knows something that the rest of us don't. It could be the mass adoption that's happening for XRP, with RealFi about to bring a huge amount of value and volume to the XRP ledger, tokenizing all the real estate in the world. This might be able to push XRP to $130, 0 cents. These days, MNX's XRP will reach $130, 0 cents. Again, we see that more and more institutions are getting on board with the XRP and trying to use it because it works so well. This may actually be what happens. Not long ago, the United States of America even publicly approved XRP for institutions. Once more, this is a huge step toward adoption. I heard that Arthur Bridget, who helped create both XRP and Ripple, said in public that XRP was meant to be worth $10,000, 0 cents, and be able to grow to support 7.5 billion people, which was the world's population at the time. Regulations are now clear. XRP is now ready for institutions to start using it. This could be the most important step forward for Ripple and the whole XRP community. People, please take a moment to watch this movie and pay close attention, says Jeremy Powell, chair of the Federal Reserve, says that banks can serve crypto users who don't like XRP. Crypto customers can be served as long as they understand and can handle the risks. This is safe and sound, and many of the banks we oversee and control do not do this. You should know that the bar for banks taking on our job has been a little higher. Finally, I'd like to talk about the 4 important prices that you should always have on your price charts. In this case, we see the real price of XRP as being high right now. Forbes says that the price of XRP is between $50,000, 0 cents, and $60,000, 0 cents, and Wells Fargo says that the price is also in the tens of thousands of dollars. Then there are the experts who say it will go up $20, 0 cents, to $30, 0 cents in the next week. We might start to see that nice pump in the next 48 hours. Now, let's look at the 4 most important XRP prices that you need to keep an eye on. We'll start with $27.91 in XRP. We talked a bit about this and basically said that because of the Riposte lawsuit, once so many things fall into place, we'll see a huge boost and skyrocket, and of course we've seen that. Theoretically, there's only a day or 2 left until the settlement, and then we'll see that pump, which is why we'll probably start seeing that skyrocket with that nice pump for XRP in 48 hours. The second price is $144.81 in XRP. In the process of tokenizing real estate, this is what you get. Now, it's clear that we talked a bit about RealFi, which is the way forward for tokenizing real estate.